One education advocacy group says that the school budget for the next fiscal year is missing some funding.
With a historic school aid budget last year, this one doesn't come close.
The budget that was passed last week is significantly disappointing to every educator in the state right now. Every district right now is scrambling because this is beyond a worst case scenario budgeting wise. This is an absolute red alert.
This was not something that Republicans and Democrats worked together on. This was a Democrat budget passed with only Democrat votes in the state house.
The legislature and anyone who voted for this needs to definitely go back to the table and understand the harm that this could cause and the chaos that it's causing for districts.
This comes after a major cut to the state budget for mental health and safety. This year's budget was a proposed $300 million, but the state only budgeted a little over $26 million.
The state is taking $300 million from school health care, a more than 90% cut.
Per pupil funding is not increasing.
The budget does not raise per pupil funding for public school districts. Lawmakers have more work to do to support learning in the state.
School unions have already asked for supplemental budgets to pay for resources being taken away.
You're very likely going to see districts really having trouble maintaining the counselors that are in schools, the social workers that are in schools. The people that we know help students succeed in the classroom. That's the money that has not only upgraded equipment and policies, but directly pays for the SROs, the police that are in many different school buildings around the state right now.
Most districts were estimating that they would see a higher amount of support. And so I think now with where this budget ended up, with some of those decreases, I absolutely believe that staffing levels are going to be something that local districts are going to be having some tough conversations.
According to the MEA, Michigan ranks second to last in the availability of school counselors in the nation.
Republican lawmakers said they too decided to vote against the budget. State Representative David Martin says the $82.5 billion budget prioritizes pet projects. He went on to say, quote, gutting school safety and mental health funding is a serious mistake.
Martin, a Davison Republican, believes this will leave schools struggling to keep resources around.
That means there's not going to be counselors in the schools when there is a tragedy and the kids need help. There's not going to be protection in the schools when something happens. What are we making a free-for-all? And then we don't care about our kids. We just care about what?